Welcome back to No Sticks, No Bricks. We're going to do another adventure today, just me and Jen here. We're going to take the Jeep out into the sand dunes here at the Oregon Sand Trail Dunes, I guess. Oregon Dunes?
It's the Oregon Dunes, yeah.
Just like 2 miles away from South Jetty Thousand Trails where we're at. You just take a left out of the park and it's right down the road. So we are at Goose Pasture Pullout.
Staging area.
Thank you. It's the second staging area though, on the left, not the first one, because the first one's got a pretty good little hill, and I'm not sure if we're going to be too heavy for that hill. So and while we're out there playing on the dunes, we're going to sit down and have a little conversation about the hidden cost of RV life.
That's right, the hidden cost. The not so glamorous cost.
Right, the cost you don't think about when you don't own a home and you're full-time. Some of this will apply to part-time RVers that own a home, but a lot of it's going to apply to us full-timers. So
this is stuff that you're not thinking about.
Yeah.
I know you're probably thinking about stuff, but it's not what you're thinking.
You got a little bug or something on there.
Ooh.
There you go. So if you're planning a full-time RV, make sure you take note of what we're about to tell you. But first, we got to let some air out of these tires. We're going to get down to about 15 PSI so we can hit the dunes. Well, we had a little setback. We lost our flag.
Yeah.
We've got to have a flag that sticks up above your vehicle, and then a permit, which is only $10 for 2 years, and we have that, but I attached the flag via suction cups this morning, and between the RV park and the parking lot, it disappeared. It flew off somewhere. I don't know what happened.
We tried to look for it.
We looked all over for it, and so now we got to get another one. Luckily, they're only about $20, but still, what a pain. We were out on the dunes all day, 3-4 days ago?
Yep.
And that thing never moved anywhere, and I don't know how the heck, all of a sudden, it just disappeared, so. Oh boy. So on the way to go get the new flag, we had a water sensor go off. So now we're back at the RV to figure out what in the world is going on. What is going on with this day? So we got to go figure out what's going on here. Laundry water sensor. Is it wet?
It's completely dry.
What the heck? Dude, we need light here.
It's completely dry.
So it's dry? What in the world?
Nope. There's water on the floor.
Did it come out of the...
I don't know. It's over in that corner.
Let me check the gray tank.
Water sensor.
Gray's only 67%. Man, these things are sensitive though.
But babe, there's water down there.
I know.
You can see it.
A little bit. I guess I better go outside and make sure that we don't have water pouring out from underneath our RV. Not very wet though. Hardly wet at all. I don't even know if it... Let's see. I don't see anything. Looks pretty dry. I don't know. Strange. It's one of those days. No water outside.
That's good.
I wonder if it's just because there's a lot of suds here. I wonder if maybe just a little bit came out of the door. What? I mean, this isn't even wet. There's maybe a little bit of water. Hardly anything. We think we know what happened. Maybe?
Maybe.
What do you think?
So I think what happened is when I was pouring the laundry detergent in the thing, I did realize that I might have put a little bit too much in. Because obviously all the soap. And so I think when we came back, like you said, we saw it dripping down there.
Yeah, we found water dripping down the side here.
Coming from the
And this sensor was right here, so it was right underneath it. And these are so sensitive. It takes like one drop of water and they go off.
So I think that's probably what happened. So I don't think we have a leak. I think I just overflowed it, and probably with the water going in there to pull it in, just some of it leaked out. Luckily, we were just 3 minutes, if that, down the road.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Now I gotta get a new flag still.
What a day already.
Like we need another leak. Alright, here we go again. Hey, look, we got a new flag. Just a little suction cup thing. So, I cleaned the window again really well, and hopefully this one will stick. How's it going over here? One down, one to go?
Yep.
Isn't bending over fun?
Slows.
They actually make valve stem caps that have a predetermined PSI set to them, so you just screw them onto your valve stem and it'll let out air until it hits that predetermined amount. I need to buy them dang things, but I keep forgetting to order them.
Are we ready?
We are ready. All right, it's beautiful out here, y'all. Jennifer says I get to be passenger princess for once. She wanted to drive.
Yes.
This is so cool. Look at all the beach.
Flag's still there.
Flag's still holding up, yeah. So this is the area we went with a few videos ago when we did the giant dune buggy ride. I'll put a link right up here for that video. It was pretty cool. It's nice to be back out here. It's a lot warmer this time out here.
It is.
Last time we were here it was like super foggy and cold. But today's only Tuesday, so it's not too crowded. When we were out here on, was it Saturday or Sunday?
Well, we got here Friday, so it was Saturday. Because we went literally the day after we got
That's
here.
right, and it was packed. A lot of people out here, so this is a little nicer. We're gonna have to go find a nice quiet place to park so we can get this video going. All right guys, so let's talk about the hidden cost of RV living, specifically full-time RV living. Things that we really didn't even know until we really got into full-time RV living. The first one, insurance.
Oh man.
Holy smokes, what a difference between insurance on your RV. If you own a home, it's only like what, $300 or $400 a year, something like that, super cheap. Then if you switch to full-time and it is your home, that thing like is 5 times higher.
That's crazy.
At least. I think we paid on our motorhome $2,300 for insurance last year. It's absolutely insane. So it's something that you want to consider. Now I know a lot of full-time RVers that aren't completely honest with the insurance company and give them an address so they can save money on insurance, but that's just not something that Jen and I are willing to take a risk with because we're driving all over the place.
Right.
Now maybe if you were full-time and you weren't moving, that might be an option, but when you're traveling all over the place, we just want to make sure we're covered. So
yeah, if we had like a lot somewhere,
yeah,
and we lived in it, then I would just say yes, but I don't want to take the chance.
Rather be safe than sorry, just in case something crazy happens. We totally RV. We don't want any hang-ups with the insurance company because you know they're going to find loopholes if they can.
And then there's only a handful that offer full-time RV.
Yeah, we have Progressive through USAA, but there's only like 2 or 3 companies out there that will even insure a full-timer. So make sure you do your research if you are prepping to full-time right now. What's the second thing we're going to talk about?
Well, it's something that is it'll be unique to full-time RVers.
Yeah.
People who live in it and travel in it, don't have a home, is hotel fees.
In the event
that you have to get a repair done, whether it's a warranty work or it's you're in an accident or just something crazy that the RV has to go in and you can't stay in it, and then you have to find a place to stay. Now, some people may go like close to family or whatever.
Right.
Our situation that we're in currently is we're not by any family.
Nowhere near.
So now it's hotel costs.
Yeah, and just to give you an idea, like I mentioned last week, we booked a La Quinta suite room, so we have a kitchen and we're able to cook and all that kind of stuff. And for 3 weeks, it was almost $4,000. That's how much hotel costs are if you can't live in your RV for whatever reason.
That was for, we booked, that's 20.
At least here in Oregon right now.
Yeah, for where our reservation is, we got 19 days. So not even really 3 weeks, and that was the cost.
And that was with a military discount.
Yes.
All right, the next hidden cost that we really didn't think about before we hit the road was RV maintenance and RV wash, keeping our stuff clean. So RV maintenance, let's talk about that. I'm a retired mechanic and I always change my own oil, change all my fluids, everything on my vehicles. But when you don't have a garage, when you are in RV parks that don't allow you to change oil and that kind of stuff, that's an additional cost that you got to consider. We paid almost $1,200 to get our motor home, the oil changed, fuel filters changed, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's not cheap. I would much rather do it myself, but it's just not feasible right now for us.
And then washing the RV.
Yeah.
Most RV parks don't even allow that.
No.
And so you can either pay someone to come in and wash it for you.
That brings their own water.
That brings their own water and everything. And we've done that before. Or you got to do like a Blue Beacon or some type of truck wash. And not only just the RV, but our vehicle too. Like you used to always like rotate the tires on our vehicles and change the oil and any maintenance work, you always did that.
Yeah.
But we don't have that luxury anymore.
No.
RV parks frown on us doing any of that
Yep,
stuff.
most of them won't allow it, especially in the Thousand Trail system. They just don't allow it. Well, Jen says it's time to move. She's getting antsy. She wants to drive, so here we go.
Yeah. I don't like to sin.
We have moved locations. Got a little gnarly on one of those trails though. I had to switch spots. It was getting pretty deep, but we made it through. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about when it comes to hidden cost, especially for full-time RVers, is propane, which we currently don't have to deal with. We don't have propane in our new RV.
Nope.
But our last RV, our Momentum that we lived in for 3 years, had 2 tanks that we had to constantly fill, especially when we were boondocking.
Yep.
You know, propane is used for the water heater. It was used for our RV fridge on travel days before we got the power system put in. Yeah, it just seems to eat a lot of propane.
Another cost.
Speaking of fuel.
Speaking of fuel, another cost is firewood.
Yeah.
Because you gotta pay for it.
We lived on 10 acres. We had tons of wood, and I used to just cut up our own wood all the time, and we just bring it with us, and not really an option when you're full-time RVing and traveling.
No, most campgrounds sell it, but it's like not enough to...
It'll be like $8 to $10 for like 5 pieces.
For 5 pieces, and sometimes it's not good wood, and then...
The best thing to do is try to find somebody outside the park that's selling it on the side of the road or something. You'll see signs, firewood, $5, $10 or whatever, and that's typically where you get your better deals instead of buying them at the campground.
Yep.
All right, what's next, baby?
Well, this is something that annoys me.
What's that?
It's like a pet peeve. Is having to pay for packages.
Yeah. When you have a home, you just have all your packages delivered to your home and it doesn't cost anything.
Right.
Really.
But not all the RV parks we stay at accept packages.
Yep.
Some charge a fee from $1 to $25.
Right. We've seen them all.
We've seen them all. And then if they don't accept packages, you can do an Amazon hub locker. But sometimes some of the places where we go are kind of out in the middle of nowhere and there is no Amazon hub locker.
Or whatever we want to order is too big for the Amazon locker.
That happens a lot.
But we do use the hub lockers quite a bit.
Do.
We use postal annexes, like shipping places sometimes. It'll allow you to have packages delivered there, that kind of thing. So, but now we got to pay for them all.
So, like, one thing is, if people want to send you anything that comes USPS, like the Postal Service, I haven't found any RV park that accepts Postal Service.
Nope.
And that's because they cannot charge you for it.
Right.
And so that's why
they need their money, right?
They want their money. Unless, like, you're a resident, or not a resident, like an annual or something like that. Sometimes you can, sign up and I'm sure you pay for that service. But that is my biggest pet peeve about this.
And then also when it comes to mail, we don't have a mailbox, obviously, that we can just go check every day. We have a online mailbox, which is an additional cost. It's what, $200-ish a year for our online mailbox that we have stuff sent to. It's called Traveling Mailbox, and we can see it on an app, and we can have them open it up and scan the contents, and then we can determine whether we want them to forward it to wherever we are, which at another additional cost if we want it forwarded, or just shred and delete it if we don't need it.
And we have that because banks have to have a address, so we use that traveling mailbox. That's for our check cards, credit cards, debit cards, anything that's kind of related to anything like that. Nowadays you can go paperless, but that's kind of where all of our bills per se come.
We don't get a whole lot to that box, but we will get some stuff, especially if we're not sure when it's going to arrive, and we just want to make sure that we get it, because sometimes if we're leaving like next week and we're expecting something, like it's not going to get here before we leave, so we just have it shipped to the traveling mailbox, and we'll just pay the cost to have it forwarded. Once it gets there, at least we know we got it.
We do that a lot with our VA meds because you got to refill them. But then since not every place takes packages, whatever, I know if I get into the traveling mailbox, and then I can at least have them sent to my location.
Right. All right, the next thing that you probably just don't think about when you're living in a home is the amount of internet providers that you need to have while you're on the road. I know a lot of people that have Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Starlink, like all four of them, because they work remotely or they need internet for whatever reason. For us, it's to create these videos and upload them for you. So we have Starlink and we have T-Mobile home internet, and then we have Verizon on our cell phones, which we have hotspots for. But when you have a home, you get one internet service provider for the most part, and then you just stick with that. But yeah, that's another additional cost that you really just don't think about before you hit the road.
We have YouTube TV. That's where we watch all of our shows on, and so you got to stream that, so you got to have internet, and then that is another cost.
We didn't think about that before we hit the road, that's for sure.
No. And the thing is, you got to have multiple, because prime example is like where we're at right now. At the RV park we're at right now, we're in a spot so our
Starlink does not work at all.
Does not work.
Too many trees.
Our T-Mobile
barely works.
Internet barely works, and we have no cell service. So we're kind of stuck, and it's hit or miss. Like we notice, like sometimes during the day it's slower because people are doing things, but at night, like we were trying to watch a movie, and you just keep getting that blue circle of death, as people like to call it, you know. And we're like, all right, well, let's just pause it, and we'll do whatever. But it's annoying, but
it's the life.
We also, I mean, we could move if we really wanted to.
We could. We'll move on Friday. Now, since we do travel all the time, we move about every couple of weeks, and we travel across the country. An additional hidden cost, at least for us, and I know a lot of other people, is satellite radio. It is nice to have just the constant stations as we're traveling around the United States, instead of having to try to find local stations every few miles when you're driving. And
then, I mean, because we travel all over, sometimes we travel through and there's not even a radio station.
And we'll be out like Jeeping today, and our XM and the Jeep works great, and you might not be able to pick up any channels. So obviously that's an optional hidden cost, but it's one that we choose to do.
What are you doing?
Looking for whales. If we get lucky and see some whales or dolphins or something, we can launch the drone out there and try to get a good shot of them, but I'm not seeing anything yet.
The other day we saw a blowholes.
I see a boat or something. Yeah, a big boat out there. No whales yet, though. All right, we're getting close to the end here, guys. One of the last things we want to talk about, though, is pet costs. If you're traveling full-time with pets that you wouldn't normally have in like a house.
I can tell you that at the house we had a little pooper scooper. Picked it all up, did whatever.
Threw in the garbage.
Man, we're buying dog poop bags like every couple of weeks.
I'm telling you, we go through a ton of poop bags for the dogs. And a lot of RV parks will have them too, so we'll use those as well, but sometimes they don't have them. So, yeah.
I mean,
not an expensive cost, but you know.
it is an additional cost. I mean, it is like, well, I don't know, if maybe twice a month, probably once a month, we buy like the big bulk size.
Yeah. And then we also have been to some RV parks where they charge extra for pets.
Yeah.
We were actually at a Corps of Engineer park one time, and get this, we've talked about this before, but they wanted to charge $5 extra per day per pet.
We had 3 at the
And
time.
we had 3 dogs at the time. We were going to be there for like 2 weeks. This was in South Dakota, and we're like, there is no way we're paying that. We ended up negotiating the cost down, I guess you could say. Otherwise, we were just going to leave because it was a boondocking spot. They had absolutely nothing for dogs. They didn't have a dog park. They didn't have dog poop bags, so they didn't even know why they were charging that much for dogs.
We didn't even have any amenities either.
No, we didn't have any hookups or nothing. So
I don't
no
know.
idea.
We asked them what the cost was for, and they had no idea. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Pets. Last one?
Yeah. Unless something pops into my head between now and then.
Which it very well could.
It could. So another cost that most people think, well, even though we have an RV membership, sometimes we stay at places and they do charge us extra for like a premium spot.
Yeah.
Like a full hookup spot.
Or 50 amp spot.
Or 50. That's a lot of parks now charge for 50 amp spots.
Verde Valley 1,000 Trails, just north of Phoenix, Arizona, is an example of you can pay an extra $10 a day to get one of the top premium spots up top. So yeah, there's a cost that we really didn't think about. Once we got our 1,000 Trails membership, we thought it was just going to be basically free wherever we camped, and that's not exactly the case. Well,
I thought of something.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Only because it doesn't pertain to us right now, but we know people that it pertains to, is healthcare.
Yeah.
Not like your healthcare like that you pay, but when you're traveling, sometimes you're in an area that they consider like out of network, or and so like you got to pay different higher costs for that. When we did have TRICARE before we both got our 100% VA, that's where I fell into. Remember, I had to go to urgent care sometimes, and it wasn't a TRICARE.
Tri-West approved spot or whatever.
Because I was out of because my network is on the West Coast and we were on the East Coast, so I had extra fees and costs for that.
Right. So I know some of y'all out there pay a lot of money for health care, and we're very fortunate that we don't have to worry about that, being 100% disabled veterans. Everything's the VA, but that's definitely a cost you have to consider if you're thinking about full-time RVing.
It's also a headache.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have some RV hidden costs that you're aware of that we didn't mention, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Also, don't forget to join our No Sticks squad on Facebook, and follow us on Facebook on our Facebook page, No Sticks, No Bricks. A lot of good content on the squad, and we post a lot of cool stuff on our page as well. So make sure you go follow us over there.
Yes.
Quick update on the RV. We still haven't heard about parts yet. Today's Tuesday, and we're hoping that they get here in the next couple days so we can get over to Rev and get our RV fixed. We should have a solid update for you next video. And until next time, guys, safe travels.